Hi everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare episode 13 with me, Sid, and following the live stream we've where we built a thing and set the butcher about his trade, and unfortunately during the live stream cows were harmed in the making of the stream, because obviously the butcher had to butcher things. So we got this. Redid the pens to make them a little bit bigger and less organic in nature, and but we got lots and lots of cows, got lots of pigs, lots of sheep, and we also have over here a chicken coop which is slowly growing in number of chickens that are in there. So yeah, that's the thing. When we built this, which is the butcher's shop, this is the bit where he does his trade, if you like, and this is the bit we need to decorate at some point, which is the front of house, the front of shop, and it has a second story which I have done. This again, villagers are stupid, so I have put safety rails on the stairs for them. They could still do this, and this is a 4-bedroom 4-bed house, and it hasn't got a marker yet, and we need to extend that. Now I've also been working on my wand, and my wand here is now ready to level to apprentice level, which means that we can go and use our thing and upgrade it. And the wands are interesting to me because I just want to, there's a few features that are just, the levitate spell is apparently an excellent one when you combine it with a hang glider, which I don't have because I lost it. I dropped it somewhere. I'll have to make a new one. It's no biggie. It really is not a biggie, but we need, that's armor. Upgrade any apprentice to advanced, any novice to apprentice. So presumably we do that, and it's now an apprentice level wand. It has a maximum of 1,000 storage in it, and yay. So taking that, we should now be able to start working on these spells and working out what they do, which is going to be entertaining and potentially dangerous. So let's just get some of those, grab all of those, and you gain points apparently for leveling these things. So yeah, or learning spells, and we've got a good selection to learn, so that's all good. Right, we need to go and find somewhere safe to try these. I'm not going to do all of this on camera, because we've got other things to do. We need to get a miner, for example, because our miners are all dead, both of them. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know what it does. Obviously scares things. You remember your remembered location is in another dimension. I don't understand. Oh, your instinct, that didn't help me. I don't understand what that is. Okay, we'll discovered. Oh, that's trippy. But I can see the life force of the living creatures. That's definitely strange. This guy here we actually do need to check, because I could do with it's a level 11 miner. I think we need to cease our frivolities, and we need to get this guy hired. But before we hire him, we need to buy a 4-bed thing. Now I have got a reason. I've been doing a bit of trading, so that's a 23er, and we need a, where are you, a miner. Now the other one I want to get is the enchanter, if I can find him. Cleric, not yet. Enchanter, 27. Because now we've got leather coming in, the enchanter can make books and enchant them. So, and we also have, what are you, just out of interest? Come here, come here. Rubbish. You have nothing we wish. Alright, I need to... First things first, I need to go and get a item frame. Which we need to run that around like so. I need a little tiny weensy bit of that. And we'll worry about that little jingle jangle later. Oh, and another pig bites the dust. And what I wanted to do, I suppose the quickest and easiest thing to do here is do that. And bang. That's a 4. Looks a little bit odd, but it's no difference than having it hung from the thing there. That's our enchanter. She is going to be our enchanter. You are the rubbish one. That's the child we what are you? Come here. Chef of 17. You are the one I want. Okay, come here, you. Get a job. Harbin Storm Chapel. Go to work. And where are you? Amy, who was the child, thinks 37 intelligence was pretty good. Not brilliant, but she's now an enchanter. What are you doing? There we go. So she will go and do whatever it is she does. We could do with just seeing whether this guy's got any reasonable trades before we carry on. Damn you, come here. Leather helmet, if we got any, we could do that one. It all depends on whether the butcher's made any leather helmets. Oh god, I'm going to have to grab that. It's going to drive me nuts otherwise. And then we can continue. I can continue experimenting with these spells. That should be entertaining. But right now, what is a leather helmet? That's what we were looking for. Has anybody made a leather helmet? I could have sworn I've seen some leather goods made. It'd be helpful if we could put these on. Come on, I know I've seen something leather. Alright, we'll live without trading today. I'm going to carry on looking at these spells, and I'll come back if anything absolutely amazingly interesting happens, but otherwise I'll be testing. So back in a moment. Just thought we'd come and have a look at her. Whoa, she's finished. And you got Bane of Arthropods. My god, you're a good enchanter. Oh well, I discovered some more spells. We've got Flame Ray, Summon Skeleton, a whole load of things. Yeah, onwards. I've been to spawn and got some more books, because there's loads there from our spawner, and I'm very close to actually leveling the thing again. I have no idea what these two do. They half of them attempted to kill me, so we may have to use, if we got an identify scroll, we may have to use that. But yeah, we're kind of working our way through them. As I say, the wand is leveling quite rapidly as well. That was imbue weapon. Imbuement 1, okay. I presume that wears off. was a spark bomb. Frost ray. Oh, this is my spirit wolf, by the way. I don't know whether he wears off. He's been here for an age. Empowering presence. Empowerment 2. Okay. And divination. What the hell does divination do when it's at home? I mean, I know what divination would do in, say, D&D terms. I don't exactly know what it is in the things, but it's ready to upgrade again as well. God. I hadn't intended this to be a heavily magic based episode because things. Now, what does divination actually do? Nearby ores and resources. Okay, that's fine. Let me just come up here. That's that one, that one, that one, and that one. We'll continue getting the apprentice level spells because, or should actually, have I got an apprentice to advanced? I'm fairly certain I have. Yes. Any advanced to master is the next one. Now, that's going to obviously be considerably harder, but we might as well take this to the advanced tier because it will gain experience from opening and learning these spells as well. So it would make sense really to... Oh, it's been haunted again. So we can grab those and go and see what they are. And then we've got the advanced shelves to go through. Again, I'm not going to go through all of these on camera just because it's just me going outside and either zapping myself in new and interesting ways. And I really would like to get back to the market square, but wow, that did not work. Force arrow. Ooh. Firebolt. That was probably not so good. Banish. No idea what that does. While we're withering here, let's have a look. Teleport the targets against its will to a random location within a certain range. So it teleports them away. Okay, right. Agility. Oh, gives me a speed and ghosty ghost. And damn it. Oak flesh. Resistance. Okay, we have new spells. Yes, I'm going to keep on hunting. I will come back once I've got the things. There's a selection of spells I will definitely be using on a regular basis, I think, so far. But these ones can go in the bookcase. And that leaves... Oh, wow, we've actually got far more. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not scary. Go away. Yeah, so it has advanced us up a little bit, but I'm going to guess that this is going to require a hell of a lot more experience to move up. And of course, with the advanced one, that opens up the levitate thing, so which is another one which we've said is useful. So let me continue just experimenting a little bit. Back in a moment. Alright, we are on the advanced spells, and the first one on my list should, if I'm on that one selected, should be things. I have remade my hang glider, and it looks like one of those has been triggered. I got attacked by some snow wraiths as a result of casting one. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yeah, that was... Don't run. Oh dear. That is a nasty spell though. Right, let's... Okay. Oh, I like it. And then you just fly over. There we get a nice aerial view. That's that is a good spell. Now, yeah, we definitely need to start working over there sooner rather than later. Let me just get down a little bit, and there is one called Super Jump, which is quite similar, but it's just like a major league jump. It's, you know, and this has got mending as well, so that's good. Right, what's next? Evoke weather. Okay. I don't suppose I can... no. Yes, apparently I can. Okay. That's interesting. And one more. Your magic is rendered useless. Arcane Jammer. Okay. That's a negative effect. We need. I'm going to guess that we need a target for this one. There seems to be 3 classifications of spell. There seems to be ones that you hit on the ground, ones that you just target, and if they hit something, they hit something. And then there's the ones that actually require a target, such as, let's see what we can find, such as this fella here. No. No idea what that one does then. I have got 2 identify scrolls. I could do with more, but I've got 2. So yeah. Well, let me continue experimenting. We will get to the finish, and then we're going to go and do some work. I think we're going to do a little bit of work on the actual market square, which is going to be out the gateway there. But I just want to get this bit out of the way, because it's I find it's fascinating and infuriating at the same time. So back in a moo. Well, that's a damn bugger, isn't it? I just got killed by my own spell. Okay. Well, there's a first. Thank God for Tombstone Soulbound. Oh. Yeah, I know what is in my grave. So I have no idea what that spell does, apart from kill me. But it doesn't matter. This is the first death. And we should have most of the things that we had about our personage. That really does need soulbound on it. I've got this, but milk should be useful. Halloween lollipop, that was a co-rail thing that got dropped as well. Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. We have a death. And I still don't know what that spell does. It's dangerous, this magic, you know. It can kill you. Anyway, that was a thing. It was an unpleasant thing. But we should be able to go and put that and that in. This one I'm going to put with that, because I've got no idea what it does. That is our upgrades. That is our 1 master book. Let's just pop over to spawn and see what else we've got in the master range of advanced spells. I've done the apprentice, so see whether they've got any useful ones. Do you mind? No master spells, as you can see, and these are all things. So let's have a look. You see, there's loads that I don't know in here. So continuing on with the theme of before, we will give this a bash, see what we've got, and I'll be back again in a bit. Alright, surprisingly enough, or unsurprisingly, apart from the fact that I've taken a lot of damage, I've got beaten up many different ways. This thing now has the master upgrade available. That's it. that is the top dog wand. However, I still have got quite a list of spells to try out here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is the number of spells in this are quite frankly insane. And I've barely touched the master spells. I only have one. So the penalty for miscasting, by the way, is getting quite serious now. I mean, I've been accosted by a horde of blaze. That was Icelands. Okay, that was containment. No idea. Well, my magic is rendered useless, so that's cock up on that one. While we're waiting on that, let's have a look at these two. Which over-penetrates the target, damaging and freezing them in the process. Okay. And what did containment do? The short distance of his current position for 20 seconds. So it's basically like kind of paralysis, I suppose. This one, I feel, therefore, if it's not that, it must need a target. We're running out of... This is not a target-rich environment now. I've got villagers. No, behave. We're not allowed to kill our own villagers. Even in the name of experimentation. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, however, did not work. Don't know. I have no idea what that spell does. Then let's just move away. Force field. Can't touch me. Do. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Can't touch me. Oh, okay. It doesn't move with me. Fair enough. I'm going to guess that wears off after a amount of time. Ooh, spooky armor. So we've got everything except for that one, which again, I'm not going to cry if I don't know what some of these spells do. Start with a ghosty thing, but I do want to use some of them. Some of these are particularly useful, I think. The portable crafting table, for example, the levitate spell, the ender chest spell is a nice one as well, because you know that's a guaranteed thing. That's a technical term, by the way. So if I go and put invisibility, those in here, and then take those three out and put them up the top there, for now, we can continue on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll be back in a very short while. Alright, we're down to the last three. There are a number of spells I haven't discovered the use of yet. If you want to know how to make a mod as irritating as humanly possible, have a side effect summon a big ball of water around you, which basically washes away and is a pain to get rid of. Yeah, that happened here. Okay, so let's go there and... Oh, that was not good. They're hostiles. Okay, oh, come on, get dead. No, I don't want you in my lives, thank you. Oh, that's not good. Right, let's deal with the immediate fires. This is this thing is dangerous. That can burn. That one. Let's just get all of these ones out of the way as best we can. Then make a fire break, maybe. If it can't burn, if it can't spread, I need spruce anyway. You know, it's not like I don't need it. Right. Oh, wow. I've got all sorts of these lollipops. I don't really... There, that can go. I suppose what we'll do is we'll grab the spruce. Seems a shame to waste it. And dare I try that again? is quite destructive when they go wrong. To both me and the rest of it. No, nothing else is on fire, so that's good. Right, let's see. What did I do? I tried that on the ground. Let's go somewhere where it's out the area. Combustion room. Okay. Oh. Just going to have to lure someone through that then, aren't I? Damn you. Remember what I said about the most, if you want an irritating effect to wind people up as a negative side effect, come up with something really bloody inconvenient, like you know, just at a guess, say a torrent of water that you can't easily get rid of. This is the one. Now they are pretty much a uniform shape, so I've had a few of these now, so I've kind of got a little bit better at dealing with them. But they're a pain because they don't easily get. They're just a bit of a pain to get rid of, really. Right, these, and then we can just get rid of that, and I'm not faffing around with that spell anymore because they're annoying. I'm just going to find a wizard that will trade me identify spell scrolls. I've got, as I say, I've got 2. However, there is 1 spell left, which appears to need a target. Not working on the ground. It's not working on the thing. That'll be the master spell. Do I? You know what? I'm gonna use an identify scroll on the master and then kind of work backwards, I think, and then we'll get the spells together that I want to run with what I've got, and I am going to push on, and we're going to do something in that town hall area, that town square area. And incidentally, I am aware that there's a heart jingle jangling in the background, and that is a thing too. So yeah, we know combustion room, but we don't know that, and we don't know that. And also, I really do need to get rid of some garbage, don't I? Don't really need that. Don't really need that. I'm curious about these Halloween lollipops, so we'll keep hold of them with a bucket of milk, obviously. And we'll take our identify scrolls, we'll pop one back, and we shall resurrection. Being dead is optional. Healing. Must just be like a major healing spell then. Okay, that's interesting. And then let's go with that one. Why not? Group heal. Okay, that is surprising. Right, I'm going to pull myself some spells together, and then we're going to do some work in the old courtyard area, marketplace. Back in a second. Alright, I've got my go-to spells here. I've got mine for jobs such as this, or actually more to do when they're out of height, but mining blocks, you know, that are left behind. Very useful for that kind of thing. So that's an effect that we've got. I'm just going to have one of these, try and get some saplings to replant these 3 that have popped out there, and I seem to be doing a lot of picking up after these guys, but no worries. Anyway, so we got mine. Then we've got dark, but in the we've got levitation, which is the one we've played with earlier, and a vanishing box, and handy for your things that you should, we might want to keep. So, for example, we could put some storage chests in there. Pocket crafting bench, and night vision. That seems like a perfect selection of spells to me. Anyway, let us think about this town hall, town square. So while this is kind of informal, I want this to be a little bit less grubby and a little bit more useful. How are the chickens doing, just out of interest? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There are slightly more of them, and they are almost predominantly now. Well, there's certainly more villager chickens, put it that way. So the idea I wanted to play with was that the square would go from, maybe, let's have a look, if we were to come over this way. So that's, in fact, let's just get 4 of these light blocks down, shall we? So there, and then we would carry on over here. Now I'm going to terrace this, so this is going to have, how do I put it? We're going to come back 1, 2, it'll be 3, then 4, 5. Probably about this height will be where the ground thing, and we're going to have, this is going to be kind of dug back to there. So yeah, that's kind of a plan. So we're going to pull this back. In fact, let me get that pulled back now, because it'll give us a much better idea of the space we're dealing with, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, kind of getting a feel here now. It's still very much a work in progress and experimental ideas and the likes. In fact, again, I realise I've done something slightly wrong here earlier, especially including, but not limited to, hitting that block 1 too high. So realistically we can bring this one over this way. So the idea is that these will be archers. Above this will be a terrace layer with more properties on. They'll be able to walk down. That's going to be the path there. This area we're going to landscape round, and it's going to follow the wall. So we'll again we'll have a kind of a sunken level and a terrace level set further back. Posher houses for, posher people. Well, not necessarily posher, richer. Yeah, we need to avoid those levels of class distinction, don't we? So we do 3 of those, and then we do 1, 2, and then that comes out here. And all I'm doing at the moment is I'm just kind of carving in placeholders for stuff, because I realise that this is, subject to change. All of this is just not going to be plain stone. It's going to be, prettier. The courtyard, the marketplace itself will probably come out as far as maybe here, and then we'll have, oops, that is not helpful. That's the wrong block. Light block there, and then we'll come from there, we'll head all the way up. Now this will scope round. So the middle of this is definitely going to be, well, give or take a little, it's going to be kind of here, and that will ideally we'll end up with the church there for the cleric, which we don't desperately need. The guard's not taking damage or anything, but we do keep on losing the odd guy, so having someone who can bless them and heal them, definitely beneficial. However, I have no idea how long I've been recording. I need to definitely plan out my landscaping a little bit more. So let me just have a quick peek at that, and again I shall be back with you in a mo. Well, this area is actually giving me an absolute bloody headache. I really am struggling to visualize what I have in mind for this. So I kind of thought, well, if this was circular, now if I was to push this all that way, this many blocks, then I could come from this point here and start that circular arc, and that would work. It's a bit of excavation to do, but you know, we could definitely do it, which would then bring the center point to here, and this would then give us a space over here where we could then start planning to install our cathedral cavern. We need to terraform a landscape a whole load of this area, but we're going to have to do that anyway, because it's definitely, even though I like rugged landscape, this is too rugged. I also need to have a look just to make sure that I'm not missing any. I think pretty much most of this area I have got things. There is caving opportunities. Obviously you can see there's iron and the likes down there, but not in that for the right now. Now I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next episode, because I'm kind of drawing a blank on the plan, and this is definitely not the way out. I think it's somewhere over here. There we go. But I definitely need to bring this back. So what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 or 13 blocks that way. We need to dig into that. This needs to be shaped. We can obviously fit the church in somehow. That will give us access to this. Now this area, we're going to drop down this hillside here to match this. We're going to bring that round, and then we'll have a road that runs around the walls, and with various access points up onto this terraced area. I may actually build the terrace up and actually keep this sweeping terrace going around, and then kind of bring it down on this side so it kind of levels down. And that would actually make working all of this line here a hell of a lot easier, because we can build up rather than build down, and the church can be up on the top with stairs and the likes, make it all grand and center pointed. So I may work on that, or I may go over there and play with the barracks, because that's the thing we're going to want. Whatever we end up doing, it's going to be a fairly big job. This is really not getting me anywhere though right now. I can, and I think the best thing I can do for a screenshot for this is just kind of go, hey, look at this mess. Because yeah, sometimes you hit these things, you kind of come in, you've got all these grand plans, and then you kind of faced with this huge literal wall of dirt that you need to work on. And yeah, now I think what we're going to do is we're going to break this down into smaller manageable chunks, because as it is a massive, it's like the wall, if you were to think of the walls of this castle as a single project, it's daunting. It's it's too much. You can't do it. You have to think of it in single manageable steps, which is started off with a 5 long section, and then we work out how to curve that around, and then we build up the pieces until we end up with a design. So yeah, not the same level of progress that I would have liked this episode, but you know, we are steadily getting there. And have you picked up anything nice yet? Does not look like it. I can't see from your equipment. So has the enchanter done anything good and put any good stuff in the thing? I've not really looked at the enchanter's thing. The enchanter's output, let's see. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Sharpness 2 iron. Shock protection 2. Projectile protection 2. Yeah, that's a nice one. Well, I mean, reasonably nice. Blast protection. And now, interestingly enough, I'm not entirely sure why the the guard isn't taking any of the enhanced stuff. That's obviously not been enchanted yet. Oh well. Yeah. You do realise that there's better stuff to be had, don't you? Let me just see. Can we actually get your details from this? Just got a diamond helmet. Yeah, just nothing fancy. Don't know why you've not actually picked up a better thing, but there you go. Our stats are, we've got 19 residents, we've got 26 structure, we've obviously got room for 3 more residents, so we'll probably get those going. How are you doing, sir? Oh, doing well actually. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.